Well, as we all know, connections in life are so very important, especially for the kids. So here now this morning to chat about a special project helping children in foster care connect with their extended family members are the following. We have Darlene Allen of Adoption Rhode Island, Kevin Aucoin, DCYF Director, and longtime friend of the Roadshow, Louis Stravato, part-time private investigator. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Great to see you all. This is such an important thing. And Director Aucoin, we'll begin with you here. Let's chat more about really what the Extreme Family Finding Program is.
Thank you, Brendan. And thank you for inviting us to discuss this very important adoption initiative. Extreme Family Finding is an innovative partnership between Adoption Rhode Island and Rhode Island DCYF. The program utilizes the assistance of private investigator Louis, who you'll hear from in a moment, to seek out family connections on behalf of children whose case plan goal is adoption. We were one of 4 states in the country selected for this program. I'd like to thank and credit Governor Raimondo and her leadership for committing Rhode Island to be part of this exciting pilot initiative. The initiative started before COVID in February of 2020. And the team really had to be innovative and nimble with all the disruptions from the pandemic. We focus on the whole child and their needs. These are high-need children who have many complex challenges. Many of these children aren't aware of their extended family. That's where our Extreme Family Finding comes in.
Yeah, so Louis, let's talk about you here, your involvement here. Your background is so varied, it's so extensive. So let's talk about how you are really helping to find the families and what, your role within all this is, buddy.
Yeah, well, Brendan, I started back in March of 2020 I started, and I was hired as an Extreme Family Finding investigator. I've been an investigator for 7 years now personally. And what I do is I help find family members, extended family members of these children that are in foster care. And I've been very successful finding over 300 family members, extended family members. It's been exciting. It's been, oh my God. I mean, with this Zoom, we've done so much where I don't even think we could have done personally. We had a birthday party for a couple of the kids, and with the possible extended family members that they're going to be with. And it's so rewarding. I'm just blessed that I was given this opportunity to do this job, so.
Yeah, they're certainly lucky to have someone of your talents because, this is what you do. And to be in there and to be doing this and to be making these connections, like you said, must be so very rewarding. And Darlene, let's talk about how this is really different from the work that Adoption Rhode Island has done in the past. How does it kind of, are they on opposite ends of the spectrum? What exactly is the main difference?
Well, a great question. I think the primary difference is the fact that it's a partnership with a private investigator, a recruiter, and a DCYF worker. We've been working with the department for many years, so we've always partnered with a recruiter and a DCYF social worker with lots of different programs. But this one really, adds value. It's very intense. And, as Louis mentioned, we're having fantastic outcomes in such a short time during a period that's crazy COVID. And, these kids are smiling. These kids we're really kind of losing hope, and that's how we kind of identified. But, with this project, hope is back.
Yeah, it really is remarkable to see. And let's talk, Darlene, really for our viewers at home, anything that they can do to help the kids during this time of year.
Thanks for asking. Yeah, well, obviously it's the holiday time. So we're in the middle of our holiday drive this year. It's a little different. But we're accepting donations on our website, www.adoptionri.org, or if you could send gift cards. We can get some gifts and try to purchase some things for kids in foster care through the holidays and, maybe a few other birthday parties or something down the road as well.
Outstanding. And Dr. Aucoin, anything to add here in summation?
I just want to close by saying that there are hundreds of children in Rhode Island who are currently being served by DCYF who cannot safely live at home with their immediate families. In order for these children to thrive, They need to be with a safe and loving family, sometimes on a temporary basis, sometimes permanently. Foster parents are DCYF's major resource for children who need to provide care for children, when they cannot live with their families. Today, we have over 1,400 children in foster homes. For relatives who step forward and non-relatives who step forward to care for children in foster care, support is available to the families and the children. Learn more about becoming a foster parent at dcyfri.gov. Be an anchor that will provide the information about foster parenting. And also, parents interested in adoption of children can go to Darlene's website at adoptionrhodeisland.org. Thank you.
Well, it's really great work, and it's great to have you all with us here, especially during the holidays. We can't thank you enough, and we wish you continued success with all of this. Darlene, Louie, Kevin, thanks for being here, guys.
Thank
Thank
you
you.
so much.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Brandon.
Happy holidays, brother.
Yeah.
Back at you. If you guys would like to learn more, you can find it all. We'll have links to the websites that our guests mentioned at roadshow.com.